Look at this. Okay, kill is reasonable.
Oh my. Oh, this is huge, Mr. Falling.
Second solid dart.
Oh my.
Headshot to Trex though.
Oh, the shot.
Making things interesting. I think he's already heard the steps of them getting a little closer.
Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will enjoy the best plays and moments from VCT EMEA Stage 1 between the team of the GOAT CNED FUT Esports versus the French organization trying to get their second win, Team Vitality. This match, my friends, will be insane.
Okay, here we go, man. Match number 1, Ascent, the playground for the Turkish teams, man. And CNED, my boy, the GOAT, is on job.
And Runner is looking to get right into the action, already swinging in for one, but the returns are clearly in favor of FUT. A double kill on the Classic for the IGL of Mr. Fallen, and FUT are on their way to the A site, which is wide open.
So he's someone that, again, I want to highlight going into this matchup because I still remember going back to the qualifiers, Rebel Home Ground. This is probably his best map. They haven't been playing it. They didn't play it at kickoff. They didn't play it previously in the last couple of weeks. But this is a map where I feel like Mr. Fallen thrives. It's a map where if CNED wasn't playing it yet, I think we'd be losing our minds.
Yeah, I would.
Well, for now at least. For the side of Vitality, to try and get anything in this round is going to be difficult. The post plant on the A site. Both players looking to come from above. No utility that holds much value. You could throw out Timmy as a distraction, but you'd lose the element of surprise. Well, they're going to hear the player jump up. They're going to know that he's there, or at least have a decent idea.
Okay, did some damage.
But you still got to watch out.
Clean pistol for JETT. What can he get there, man? What can you do here, my friend? Time is low, 13 seconds. Oh, he's gonna die for Runner.
But nobody actually checking for it. They've still got to clear the guy at the backside though.
Okay, he can plant. Let's cover him as a Vandal.
Kill the planter. He actually wins the round, but he's unable to. They get that spike plant down, and the trades are good.
1v2.
It's left all onto safe. In this 1v2, both players on opposite sides of the wall. So he does have a good opportunity to actually isolate the fight. But
T-Rex, that's insane, man.
Winning a round with a 3K. Straight away into an Odin over on the A site.
Oh my god.
The flash is so good. The sender actually comes out with 2.
Can they rest?
Completely blind. Even still though, they're gonna get the res off.
This is good for the attackers, man. This is good for FUT.
That flash was Craxus though. That was
so good for Vitality.
Yeah, that's
Did he blind himself completely?
Yeah, he flashed it off the wall.
Okay, he canceled.
Bounced off the other wall instead of going around the corner.
Damn.
Blinded himself.
Hicks has 2 flashes, man.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. That had to come out of an opponent.
Oh, JETT.
Got one. And
Safe
it is going to be taken down, JETT. Well, on the other side of things, Cracks with another.
Hicks is 8 HP, man.
Leaving just 2 standing. From these positions, they've been so good, and the retakes just haven't been there.
FUT on us.
Retaking with an Odin.
They are insane, bro.
Timeout.
It means that the afterplant's almost free.
Yeah, they got the plant for free, man.
Haven't been able to do anything.
But Vitality
that space.
has the lockdown for retake.
And now they're just going to have to go for the full retake. Now they've got a lot of ults.
The issue is that they have an AWP, man.
But it does seem like
Runner is 1 away from the blitz.
Yeah, the short players don't need to look anywhere else with their back being held by JETT. It's just forward looking at this choke point as players emerge, but they actually walked into it.
Okay.
Sender, and he's taken 3.
They had a plan, bro.
With a way back in. Even if you called a pause now, what the hell is Salah supposed to say? Don't get spammed through smoke by a guy. 2 of you is look at this. Okay, kill is reasonable.
Oh my god, bro.
That's not even close to reasonable. And that's just, I mean, that's a kill with confidence, fair enough, but they double spam through the smoke.
Look where he is, man. Mr. Fallen is zone spawn, man.
No command online and be able to deny any utility for them on the way in.
Nowhere to run. The Hunter's Fury is going to be called in from
quite
far away, from downtown, one could say.
That's nice.
With the spam landing on CNED.
Maybe not that nice.
Okay, there's a real chance for Vitality. In fact, it looks like they're pretty heavily favored. They've got an idea where Mr. Fallen is after the Hunter's Fury earlier. They're just going to be holding this for the walk back out. No way, surely, for Mr. Fallen to repeat his previous antics, and isolating these duels is impossible. And
he's about to be pressured. That first shot should be easy, and I don't think they're going to get him on the floor.
Can't kill another one here, man.
That was close.
The turrets come back online now, but it's not going to do much. Yeah, there's a player in main. I think they already knew that. Making their way down. You're not going to see the Nano destroyed either. Good wall bang from Center. They knew the players were around that area thanks to the Nano being broken, and they're able to fire back with the wall bangs. Damage on the cracks as well. Just
he's getting a lot of space there, man.
Now they try to capitalize on the side of FUT. They have some
Center has the lockdown for retake.
For JETT to try to get value out of it. It's not good enough to just get that control and find a plant in a 5v3, Tom. We heard it in the interview earlier. This is something in these positions and these disadvantages where you have to take risks.
Yeah, the steps are going to be hard, but it seems like they're already checking for these aggressive positions. Well cleared by kicks and
yeah, man, this is run for Vitality.
Trying to clear cracks again. Normally good for 3 kills, but this would have to be the best of them. The flash through is already going to be pinged up. A second solid dart.
Oh my.
Headshot to Trex though.
Oh, the shot.
Definitely making things interesting. I think he's already heard the steps of them getting a little closer. Another one found for cracks. And on 11
has more.
Careful here. Fragment to try and clear onto the spike. It's just not the shots being connected at the moment by Runner. That shorty really isn't doing it, and he's going to have to try and break that door, try and bait him into this fight. He's coming out with that operator, but I think at this point, Cracks already knows that he's won it. He's scared of it. He'll get knifed at the end, but he won't care.
Yo, Cracks, you are insane, dude. Holy shit.
The captain's in a bit of an awkward position. He doesn't even get a chance to use the paranoia. Completely surrounded here. Support not really there, at least for now. JETT is completely blinded by the flash from kicks.
That flash was insane.
In the 3 versus 5. Expectations are that Vitality have this one. A couple of good trades.
Okay,
making things at least a little bit closer. CNED
still
standing and healthy, but
only the
he's
goat
now
left.
Alone. 3 players to find.
Kicks is low
Wisely
HP.
thinks there could be somebody trying to creep their way up behind, but well, that's
if there is a man who can win this round.
New position to try to catch them off guard, but more than ready for the fight. The right click.
It's not CNED, bro. It's not CNED. 8 to 5.
Mr. Fallen should be there.
Mr. Fallen is here. Alone. CNED's now coming to help.
Don't know if it's actually going to reach to clear out Mr.
One
Fallen.
shot dart
to go underneath instead. Mr. Fallen may just look to try and find one. Has a drone of his own, but ultimately they're going to have to try and peek off of this. Has managed to attack, but all of the players stuck around that generator at the moment. Mr. Fallen isolated on his own. Wasn't able to get anything done, and the paranoia is going to leave CNED completely blind as well. The counter utility looking fantastic, but they still have to be careful. Cracks now.
One victory. Can he do that again? No.
With Trex, an initial loss. And then a resurgence.
Okay.
They've got to be careful though. Again, the reads from FUT are nigh on spot on.
Yeah.
They've got the whole of their team surrounding this site. The
holy shit, they are getting destroyed, man. 2v4.
Deadly, dangerous for the side of Vitality. Not really the time you wanted to sort of have a blip on the radar, but finally Trex will find a response. But look at the HP. They're waiting for the captain. He's got the SMG, but he's actually going to lose that fight.
Insane,
and that gives an opportunity. Unfortunately, in the meantime, the spike has been dropped. He's going to have to run back and get this. It basically just comes down to him getting the kills at this point, because anything more, and he's going to run out of time. And Cracks knows it as well. He falls back. It doesn't even matter.
7.
9 to 7. The lead extended on up to 2. And late in the
that's
game,
some beautiful shots, bro.
Disruptive play as well. Vitality give them over a couple of weapons, lose out on that round, more towards the site. I don't think it will catch him in this corner. In fact, I think that's why JETT's repositioned to this spot, noticing that and allowing them to crunch in afterwards. Now the util does go down, and so too does Ana Captain. CNED on the way through the smoke.
Fast shot, man.
Fast reaction to keep it equal.
Puts them into a 3v3, but the third player of FUT is desperately far away. CNED about to be pressured. They actually peek him together. Is forced to fall back. Maybe just going to wait that time a little bit. Now there is still the Hunter's Fury available for Mr. Fallen. He's going to pop it immediately. I wonder if there'll be some sort of counter.
Man, Cracks is insane, dude. He's on fire.
He's so good in these sort of scenarios, and well, CNED will be there to find kicks as well.
Well done.
Another round off the back for FUT.
Timeout.
That's going to be tough.
Oh, this is huge, Mr. Fallen. Oh my god.
Is it the most orthodox place to play it?
Yeah.
No.
Perfect. Perfect position.
Look at him, man. Look at him, bro.
With the most traceable weapon in the game. Well, got more chances to hit you than you do to hit him, I suppose.
Again, they do very interesting things, but a lot of the time it seems to work. And Vitality, as of right now, don't seem to have a response.
FUT is a fun thing to watch, man.
There's currently an Odin and an Hop spamming bullets through the smoke. What do you even do at that point? You go, well, I should be able to win this fight.
Here for
I should be able to work out where he is.
Vitality.
They've actually re-smoked it themselves.
They don't have the best money, bro.
So they can just try and get out of here.
Not sure. What will they do here? Get destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, this is
That's what they did, man. Map point for FUT, my friends.
Haven't been able to use the lockdown, and again, it's not even in this time. It's out of captain.
They can't even shoot, man.
He's just TP'd straight into the ground. Like that's
He's gonna get another one, man.
That's gone wrong, as is everything else. He's just roaming the site. Finally, he's been put down by Trex, but the pop flash is perfect.
This is
again.
GG.
There's out of captain to close it. But it looked a little bit shaky in the middle, Mitch. But they bring it back, win 13-7, and head into Icebox.
Yeah, there were some bumps in that road.
Here we go, my friends. Vitality versus FUT. My boy CNED again on the JETT, man. This is the best day.
This, though, from FUT.
And Mr. Falling on Sova. I like things that put their players on a comfortable zone, you know? I see a lot of things getting destroyed because they don't know what to do with their players. So, this is good for this is good.
Dizzy's going to be fantastic for clearing those closer corners. That's going to be point of contact to get them out. It's already through the choke point. Here comes the retake. Now, no flash. Sorry, one flash still on Trex. They could get close to that screen and try to play through it. And there it is. Actually, a flash coming out of FUT. That was Cracks to allow them to repeat through. CNED trying to get the angle around the side, and as they drop down to deal with him, it's an awkward fight.
Got two.
Oh, and that Trex cleans up inside of Snakebite, denies the plant for now, or denies the defuse for now at least, but the HP is so low.
Everyone is so low, bro. Only Kix has HP.
String of defuses, and it's just a bullet needed to take them down. Nice and easy for Kix, and plenty time left on that one on FUT. Barring Mr. Fallen has full shields. It will take 2 shots, and there you go. Okay. 2 ring out, and both find their mark.
Got traded 4v4.
Trade is quick.
Yeah, an immediate trade. Again, in a bonus round like this, damage can be huge. And well, that one doesn't have a trade about it. CNED having to take more of a drag.
This is looking good for Vitality, man.
JETT can't really afford to just sort of swing in.
But
a lot of what they're going to be playing with here revolves around his wall to get them into afterplants. Those afterplants looking very unlikely. Safe low, but another battle won, and well, they've still got this outlaw.
Nice shots, man.
Raining true from the backlines.
Only J left.
Alone. Nobody even bothering to come in on the flank. I think they just want to try and group up, make sure they fight him together. And to come out of this one with a victory is going to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Beautiful value by Runner in this round. All the kills found, 2 already, and the third not going to be achieved this time. Shot missed, and JETT punishes immediately. 30 seconds to get that spike planted.
Much time, man.
11 seconds left. And 45 HP. Some of these Vitality players, in fact, the ones close on the site, are hurting. But they've got the numbers to work with, knowing he has to plant this spike. It's a moment before the flash comes through. It's dodged, though!
That was close, man. Nice try.
JETT's close position. He has a res. He'll be able to res himself if he goes down. He might be able to punish.
Oh, he got the kill, man.
Utility from Vitality.
That was nice.
Now, this has forced the planter back and killed him.
They check J here?
Back behind yellow.
For
everything that Vitality know, at this point, there's been nobody stepping close, nobody taking advantage of that space. And as the wall goes up, this is the one position that wall doesn't help you get to. They will not clear it on the way through. Instead, leaving JETT with a world of value to be found. Only 2 picked up, leaving CNED alone. Cracks is on the floor, spotting him, watching him. And seeing that diffuse, the chance for CNED to swing in and punish, but he baits him off the spike, and now time becomes the biggest issue in this clutch. As eventually, Trex will find that 3rd kill, but it's from the grave.
Timeout.
Immediately, Sender's already on the way. They know this, that this is an A play. They try to bait them in.
Yeah, it might not necessarily matter. Safe, though, has done well. An immediate trade from JETT. Definitely been one of the better players. Kick still lurking around the backlines. Hasn't been spotted, but Cracks is holding for it. And more Sender is being used.
Okay, man. Finally a round for FUT.
Should be impossible. Need to hit some pretty crispy shots. That has not gone well. It's actually going to force a teammate forward instead. And well, JETT will take those. He's getting closer.
He went smart, bro. He went smart.
With another triple.
And there's been a few pieces like that for FUT where they are just trained in and ready now. Oh, I was going to say it's tough to be ready for that position.
Good opening, man. JETT has the res, the captain, has the pit.
That fight, clearing it with intention. Trex up top could get the element.
Oh, this flash is so good, man.
Is perfect from Cracks, and well, the trade is traded right back. Not with violence, but the resurrect. And so 5
the money
versus
from
3,
Vitality
despite
is
that
not
pick,
good, man.
Vitality still way behind.
Again, the fight's been given a good read from the side of FUT, and now they need to try and find themselves back from a disadvantage.
This is why the Phantom is so good, man.
Not able to do too much there. And we are actually going to see Thrash committed. Oh, wow, that has not got anywhere near the amount of value that Kix was hoping for. He is going to be able to get one on JETT, but the rest are slowly surrounding in on him, and there is nothing more to be
6 to 5.
Trex has popped his null command to try to cancel out some of these abilities, but Viper's is
so
already
that's
online,
huge,
and as they
man.
try to go above it, they meet CNED's operator. Down goes Cracks, down goes CNED. Okay, it's workable. Crazy aggression coming out of Mr. Fallen. The reveal as well. Oh, it's nasty.
What the fuck was that, bro? What the fuck was that, man?
Mr. Fallen is running riot on the site with 6 to 6 at the half. I hate this guy with a classic. Oh, it's giving me nightmares.
Oh my god, he got shot, man.
He'll do this against a full buy. When you've got
3 kills for other captain. Only saved left to 1v4, doesn't have the spike.
On the ground and a 6 to 1 lead for Vitality.
Yeah, man, this is an insane comeback from FUT.
And now they're facing against FUT retaking the lead before they even make it off that 6-round mark.
I still think it's weird
what
just
a devastating start. And another example of why Ada Captain cannot be allowed to buy anything on a pistol round. Just give the man a classic.
Yeah, he's actually taken 0 damage.
He's taken damage to himself.
He's now taken damage. He is now taken damage. That's good. That's at least something. Safe.
30 seconds
He's
left.
got 30 seconds. Now, if he was to double back towards the A site full sprint, maybe a moment ago, he would have made it. And actually, I think that might be what they're starting to question. Or just looking at plant denial. Walking out, he's going to be spotted eventually. And they are just grouping up. Like, how he gets a plant from here, I have no idea. A nice shot at least to take down Adacap. Knife will give things away. There's a couple there. And, okay, Sender!
That's insane, Sender.
He's managed to find a high-impact double already.
Spike planted.
Plant down, too. They can tuck in. No need to swing into these longer range angles. B-side definitely didn't work.
Vitality wins this round.
Like they've got
I think they win the game.
On the side of Vitality, not looking to give them 7 in a row. They'll keep that record. Yellow challenge on the back of the flash. It's not great. It's caught CNED, and he's blinded up by the Dizzy 2. The swing easy for Trex, and now it's all on to Cracks. A big clutch it would be, but it's not to be. We see the timing of Sender sneaking through. That's out of Captain down. And the defense now has a massive hole in it towards that mid angle. And pressure on for CNED. They could just push behind him, execute him. And he pushed in front of him instead, an angle he clearly wasn't expecting.
No, an uncharacteristic miss. I expected him to hit it. I know it's still a huge reaction shot, but it's CNED. And now what was a round that was looking bleak for Vitality sits in an afterplant. Still got a snake bite. Still got a mosh to play with, so it's going to have to be to clear out. Close angles are gone. They're not going to fall for their own trickery. But you can see the util already starting to be expended. Kix putting out that mosh. And they need to find something quick. Sender with his 3rd of the round. He has taken over this one.
Oh, surprised to even see Mr. Fallen move back in this direction. He wants to pick up that weapon, but with 15 HP, he might have to forgo it. It's being watched, but Runner is, by the looks of it, going to give his life for it. He wants to hunt Mr. Fallen down. He'll get the chance.
Fair.
And it's worthwhile. CNED arrives.
Okay, safe.
Is it going to be mid again? Is it going to be the same problem as the last round? In a slightly different form. The timing has been completely missed by Adacap.
Did he see? Did he see? I think he did. He did.
Lucky.
Oh, he's gonna get
so much for saving.
a lot of kills
already
here, bro.
The distraction of his teammates. He's just waiting for that Viper screen to go down. As they look to get into the afterplan, if he gets this timing right, he could completely ruin the round, and that is exactly what he will do.
That's nice, man. That's nice.
Hello.
Okay.
It's one of the more
that was funny, man.
Just like, if I don't move, I'm invisible. I am invisible.
Yeah, it is interesting. You get pop flash and just stand there. They probably won't peek off that. That's exactly, you might not know, it's exactly where he wanted the slow to go. No question about it. Lucky for JETT going down. Krax is under pressure. The nade is not going to stop them from wrapping up close. The Thrash is destroyed, but so he's still alive.
He got that kill,
he's doing damage as well, but his CNED goes into trade. He goes out of the round just afterwards.
Nice, Mr. Fallen. 2v2. Yeah, runner is one away from the showstopper.
That's for sure. If there's any angle that FUT are going to be checking, it's around there.
This round is so important,
one away
man.
from a showstopper, a kill on either player will end
no
this
money
round.
for FUT.
Or most likely at least, and there's so many angles to check. With how aggressive they already managed to get Mosh onto the spike runner and gets that kill. Nade, I don't even think he's going to need to use anything more. No
that was fast,
necessity of that showstopper. Still comes down to the 1v1, but the time is gone. It's ticking too far, and Captain just going to have to run for the hills.
11 to 7, my friends.
Looks like that's what FUT are playing for, Tom. They've kept their credits for the next round.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
We've seen them do a lot with less.
Safe mid-lurk hasn't worked.
Yeah, they still have a rifle as well in the hands of Captain, which has just found another. This is already starting to look pretty dangerous. Again, some of these just hyper-aggressive angles that FUT take in these sort of rounds have caused plenty of problems. The thing I worry about, though, is if this gets into an afterplant, because we've seen Vitality, they've been sublime in those positions.
I think even more so with a pit and a showstopper. Mosh pit and nade already used up. Those snake bites will be online. Getting back in here with the pistols would be
and
tough,
that's huge, bro.
And now the spike's down in the open.
Holy
They'll have to step into it to try and retrieve it.
Bro.
And CNED's just waiting for his opportunity to pick them up. Down below.
Oh, he got hit by the drone.
The drone catches
wow,
the
this
reveal.
drifting, man. No way.
They can get
on the timing. No, he whiffed, man.
Looked like the timing was.
This kill was so important.
Yeah, now they're in the
Safe
same
got the lockdown, man.
Mid control, completely given up. And you best believe Sender is not stopping. They're trying to focus in on the rest, and because of that, they're going to get flanked. We've seen this too many times already.
Look at CNED, man.
Does well.
He's not human, bro.
He makes things very interesting indeed. This round should have been done and dusted.
Krax is 2 HP.
2 HP.
With such little HP, and Captain takes out Kicks.
They brought this round back. It was CNED, man.
To try and fight versus 2 members. One of them desperately low. No utility to play.
Oh, yeah, he got another one, man. This guy, bro. The GOAT. CNED.
Timeout.
Have to be cautious here. On the way through, that wall is going to be rest on. Nice angle, but CNED gets nothing for it. He is out quickly with the dash, but it looks like the plant will be coming through relatively uncontested.
Runner.
The little guy gets the job done. A 5 versus 5 post plant, showstopper in back pocket, and no flank underway. Vitality seem to have this one set up for success.
The showstopper might not be available at the moment. No command has been used. Runner gets one, but the showstopper's gone.
So long,
Trades, though, are good. It's going to leave the remaining players very passive, but they are holding their ground, winning their fights. Nobody on that defuse.
Never mind, Mr. Fallen is crazy, bro.
As they're already getting flanked on, though. Again, it's that backline that causes them issues. Already, though, on that defuse. And
they played that so beautifully. 12 to 9.
Bring out a lot of that close lane.
Is waiting for the
about to come through here, and that's an isolated fight.
Yeah,
man, this is GG, bro.
Do the damage.
Yeah, that was a firing squad on the other side waiting for him. CNED now wary of mid, but it's actually the main avenue of B, which is going to be under pressure. CNED has to go absolutely huge here, trying his best to dodge the flash. A crazy shot onto Kicks. That's at least something. Wingman has been sent out, but he's going to be able to deny it. 20 seconds on that clock, but already a player going for that plan. You can see the swing from Mr. Fallen. A nice initial shot.
He almost manages to line up too. Krax is low.
Desperately low. Shock dart's going to be placed in towards Runner. He's been difficult to clear from this position.
Krax is still
wary. There might be a second player coming in from behind, yet to spot Krax's position. He still has a fair bit of utility, left completely blinded, at least for a second. They've got to get towards this Mr. Fallen again.
Bro.
He's looking to keep them in, and that is actually going to force him into the open. The shot connected.
Oh my god, GG.
A Ripple clutch to close it. It looked like we might go a little bit longer, but Vitality have got that second map.
Well, after a 6-1 lead, it got a little scary. FUT caught up, even took the lead. They were looking for aggression from FUT, for mistakes to be made. They haven't been, so now they've got to force their own mistakes, and they've done a great job at that. Sender! Another lights out round
J left.
Right off rip here on Sunset.
Leading
JETT against the world. 3 players, they're coming towards him. But this is a big fight for him to try and win.
Yeah, even stopping the plant will be difficult.
1 HP, bro.
Kicks is so lucky to be alive.
So lucky, dude.
I don't even know what stopped that from being the kill. It must have been the slightest pixel of the wall, but there now needs to be so much more.
That's a nice shot, bro. He's so good on this map, actually.
Already within this clutch scenario.
They are so low.
He's going to try and reposition again. The main thing against him, though, is going to be that clock. The time starting to tick down. Spots out Trex, takes a lot of damage himself.
Got this kill,
down to just 20 HP. Bear in mind, his opponents are still very close to death, but he's not going to clear the angle of
1-0, man. That was close.
Second, but I believe it's already been broken, so they know there's players here. The paranoia.
That was a nice try, man.
Still able to hit the shot. Second flash, though, and utility forcing them forward. Cracks, though. He's done an amazing job. Splitting him from behind, has found a couple. And now for Kicks and Safe. I'll look to take this one together.
Yeah, poor Mr. Fallen kind of got left behind on that strategy. CNED bailed to sight. Mr. Fallen's the sacrificial lamb, and they're trading. I did not expect very much to be found by that Thrash, or the Thrash to be used at all in this round, unless it was a serious opportunity. It hasn't been really connecting onto anything. You can see the information was that CNED's in the corner, but he doesn't even have a reason to move. Although he does.
Yeah,
he does move in the end, and he goes down. An opportunity now. The captain too, and taking him. 2 versus 2, weapons to be retrieved.
It's on him, man. This guy is so good, bro.
Looked clean as well. They had 4 players alive.
That was crazy.
So lucky. It just spams in the general direction where the paranoia came from. That is going to be a first round now onto the board.
What the fuck was that?
Again, we're seeing the same. Actually, they've got a trip along.
Much slower, running it down the last few seconds. They've eventually hunted down JETT, but there's a few more players here to stand and fight. Mr. Fallen, 50 HP, but he stands strong. Now has ult online and will just about make it out alive. Kicks going in for the plant and has found it. So that was the little guy going in for it. Mr. Fallen tries to get a position around side, possibly to pop the ult, but instead goes down to Safe. Now the info's there. And in fact, Thrash is going to be used by FUT to try to claim some space. It's clearing out market and not seeing them at all, but they know Safe must have fallen back, so out of Captain builds the space. Does well to land that shot, and now the defuse begins. It's not on the normal angle, but somehow Sender.
Yo, I'm starting to hate this map, bro, not gonna lie.
And another found, leaving it into the 1v1. As CNED fires back, Kicks is left alone. It's almost half, but not quite. Just about pulled off the spike at the wrong time, and now CNED has to go running. The round is no longer winnable as Vitality claim their third. Or traps, I suppose I should call them, not trips.
Whoa, Cypher died so early.
He's got none of those to work with if he's being dropped, and so too is out of Captain.
Look at runner, bro. Running them down.
It's a 2 versus 5. Blink. And you'll wonder why the hell there's a clutch being offered up for FUT. Seconds ago, this was an even matchup, and now it seems like we might be looking at another save for that defense. Already stepping forward, the wall up, the post plant setup inside of main.
I'm not sure what to think about this Phantom, man. Sometimes I feel like this Phantom is so cool, sometimes I just don't like it. I don't know.
It's second use already, and while
being executed in most of these rounds. 4 gaps so far. Sender dodging that. He's got support as well. Kicks is here, but well,
that's a nice pick by CNED. He got the showstopper.
The trade not coming through. But ultimately in this round, there is only 1 rifle for FUT, and avoiding that may be the best approach. Vitality aren't too concerned about it. Walking through on the B site, walking through on mid as well.
Dude, they check?
Well, they've...
Dude, the second one was so good, bro. Beautiful, nice round, dude.
Dizzy down and out of the round. They lose a lot. They make up for it with Sender. Mr. Fallen was waiting. A clean punish, and they still have these traps to deal with on the way through. They've destroyed one. Paint Shell's doing a fantastic job to at least get them on the site.
Yeah, looking like they may even
Mr. Fallen has ultimate.
In these sort of scenarios,
annihilation.
Risk somewhat needs to be taken. We haven't seen much from the grab net thus far. Combined with
Mr. Fallen doesn't even need, bro.
It's his 3rd kill of the round already. Safe at least trying to put up a bit of a miracle here.
What?
Gets his 3rd, but the trade eventually is there for FUT.
5-6.
JETT, Mr. Fallen could be situational, but there's a showstopper online for CNED now.
Oh, that was a nice tracking.
Stays alive in the corner as well. Not going to be caught up by the Thrash and stun. No, that's a beautiful cocoon indeed. I don't think they're going to break that, and if they do, Mr. Fallen's waiting to punish Runner. Down and out. and they still haven't managed to make it out this choke point with JETT on the other side. Beautiful crossfire.
That's beautiful, Mr. Fallen. You are playing insane, my friend.
It's going to let Vitality walk up in B main and take a lot of control, so you can see Footer much more hesitant to clear those angles out.
Again.
And the bait setup, absolutely beautiful. One player running back and safe, swinging through to save the day. 2 quick kills, and this round is definitely in safe hands.
It's going to take ages to break this, isn't it?
Spike planted.
They can just break the one on the right and get out, but oh, actually, they can just walk around it. That's a little gap. Center, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, the J is low. Pretty fun, man.
Sat in the backlines. They've got to be wary as well of where Ada Captain is going to be coming from. Time still fairly favorable. Vitality have plenty to play with, but they lose that first
Yeah, nothing he can do here, man. Nothing he can do. No enough
just
bullets.
Doesn't have the ammunition for that one. The flash over the top will be renewed. It's well timed as well. That is perfect. A couple of assists. JETT found some space.
Oh my
Tricks just
God,
running
bro.
left and right.
Only CNED left, my friends.
Normally the first man to
1v4.
Now in a 1v4.
He needs to do something possible, man.
Conclusions seem pretty
Oh my God, look at this, bro.
He's made that one at least a little bit more costly. Oh, straight away. Now on the other side, and it's immediately denied.
Oh, they're
Tricks
getting
again.
destroyed now,
He's
man.
just thriving in this defensive side.
Ada Captain with low HP. Beautiful shot by Safe. Mr. Fallen has ult,
The
but
remaining players stuck behind the
what
smoke.
can they do here,
Nothing
man?
they can do from this point
Not much
onwards.
money from FUT.
Well, this duo of Trex and Safe has been devastating. The newest signing to the Vitality roster.
These two, man, are insane
It is
players.
looking like a good one.
I do, like, look, if they can get to the A site, this could be a more difficult round than expected for Vitality. Still 2 sonic sensors, post-plant around the spike, that can do a lot. Ult as well, wall 2, and 1 less player. And 2 less players.
Playing
So now
looks
it's
like
just
a
Ada
flawless
Captain, and I'm
round,
gonna say
man.
this is going to be about as easy as you expect.
Yeah,
Runner
11
swinging through.
to
This is the
6.
call.
Every time they've attempted anything has been fantastic. And well, the trades have been even better.
I know it.
Okay, they can still win this,
JJ's done
man.
a pretty good job with just the Sheriff in hand.
But
Information
Kicks
as well as they
has
start to spot
trash.
some of
Yeah,
these
the J is
players.
low
They'll just
HP.
work it
This is
out
gonna
on
be
the
hard,
plan
bro.
to come through. Sonic sensors in play, either side. One catching the walk up. I do think his left one's a little aggressive, but it could catch them as they make noise. And yeah, the wall goes up back left of the site.
Okay.
It's an annoyance. They only need to break
They
one leg
didn't
of it
see
to
JETT
get
J on
through.
mid, man.
It's really JETT. How much can he do? They're not going
can
to
get
check
two
it.
here.
If you go around that pillar, you're just wasting time. But here, oh,
Or 0, man.
that's
Or
not what you
0.
wanna see. Because there's a Sheriff still in play for CNED ult for Mr. Fallen. If they can get this close, it could be so winnable for the squad of FUT. It could keep them alive in a round where they didn't look like they had that much of a chance.
I can only assume he's going to try and save it for the spike, but he's been caught. Been done for surely. CNED don't
Oh,
land both
CNED,
shots.
bro.
He's given them a way into this. The time is ticking. The nade already onto it. And I think it's
He
too
walked
far gone.
on.
He's already managed to win the round. Even lands the shot at the end. The CNED show is what gives them another.
Timeout.
He's been good in these scenarios. Oh, he's going to get the one and get out.
That's insane, man.
It might not have been the cleanest. He
Oh,
doesn't even
bro.
check. He walks in backwards. That is very surprising. I guess, I don't know how he didn't expect them to be that
Yeah,
far
man,
already.
he saw everything, no?
Through, but that could be the critical kill. Nice work from Runner. Oh, another from Kicks. They've turned it back on its head
victory,
again.
man.
The
Oh, this
spams
is
will
huge.
done the damage. This man has been waiting the entire round, sitting in mid. The steps, I don't know if Safe will have heard that. I don't think he did. He hasn't turned. Timing going to be absolutely everything here. The peak, it's a little bit disjointed, but they still don't know this man is behind. Both kills are here, and he's going to
Holy
find them as
shit,
well.
he had a J,
It's
man.
JETT again, always behind you, lurking in the darkness. Even be just the doubt. Kicks. They need to be a little bit careful here. They are being wrapped on from all angles. CNED already
Oh
in,
my
but the
God,
jewels
never
just
mind,
going
bro.
the way.
Whatever you
of
want.
FUT. And for the remaining
30
players, a
seconds
little
left.
bit further out of the action,
Spike
Nords to
planted.
play with as
Why they
well,
don't let
and an
cement
operator.
plant, man?
Unless they get a kill very quickly, I'd be surprised if they continue this push.
And how are you going to entry right now? You're going to flash on Trex. You're going to blast pack in as Runner. Look at the traps. The sonic sensors are waiting for these players to make it towards the site. Once they take a step, once they make noise, the stun will come through. You're in a lot of danger. With JETT waiting around the
my
corner. Somehow
God.
they've got most of them, leaving it all on Mr. Fallen. His utility is no more. Not to have impact. And, well, the defuse.
Okay.
Undeniable. I need to see
Mad
that back
points
from
for the
Trex's
Vitality,
POV.
man.
And now they played the post plant
Spike
together.
planted.
No ultis to work with for them, but Mr. Fallen grabbing the plant has found his. And JETT is blocked out by the door closing. Oh! There was a gap there. Almost
Oh my god. Looks like GG, bro. Looks like GG.
With it. This should be it. The flank denied means JETT is coming around in main, and now
JETT.
man standing. Now 1 versus
4. GG, my friends. It was a great game.
Vitality find the win. Look, depends who you ask. It could have been a close matchup today, but I think most people came in with FUT as the favorites. Vitality proving them wrong.